Hello, welcome back to my channel, and if you haven't been before, welcome to my channel. Something a bit different in this one. I want to show you the safe and secure parking in Niort in France. I'm actually hoping that there's somebody in the know, as they say, that deals with lorry parks and the way that things are set up in the UK that can actually take some tips from this. I've put the full details here of where it is, just in case anybody can't find it for any reason. Now, I'm on the A10 coming up from Bordeaux towards Paris. What I'm going to do is come off here and pick up the A83, which cuts sort of across country towards Nantes, that direction. It's easy enough because it's the first junction off the A83, just around here. As we go round this sweeping bend here onto the 83, you'll see coming up in front of us and on the right a big industrial estate. That's where the truck park is. Like I said, it's the first junction off. When you get off the A10 onto the A83, it's the first junction. Just follow your nose. You'll see, you just go off. I'll leave this on so that if anybody wants to get directions, I won't clip this, so that if anybody wants to get directions, they can just follow me, basically. You go through the péage, down to the roundabout, and it's the second exit off the roundabout. So going this way, you'll have the motorway on your right, so you're going back towards where you got off the A10. So this roundabout here, it's quite small, and you're taking the third exit off, which is where those other lorries are coming from. Just take it as steady as you go round. It's just a small roundabout, but it's a very busy one. Now the entrance is actually just a couple of lorry lengths just down on the left hand side. It's signposted Centre Routière because the secure parking is at the back of the Routière's parking. So as you turn left here, on the right, that building there is the Centre Routière. This area here is all parking for the Centre Routière. There's a little motel on the left hand side. I didn't quite get it, but there's a little motel on the left hand side, but you stay to the left and follow those arrows all the way around, and it's signposted secure parking. So as you can see, you just follow those arrows on the floor and then you'll come to another barrier. Everything in front of this barrier comes under the secure parking cameras. So obviously I'm right hand drive, but we pull up to that little box and I'll just have to step over. But you press the button and it gives you a ticket. Now, if you have a toll box in your window, there is a scanner that will scan your toll box, and when you go out it will scan again exactly as if you're going through a péage, and then whoever pays the bill for the toll box will then pay for your parking. So there you go, gates opening, and this is all automatic, but take your ticket with you because you will need the ticket if you decide to walk out and go to the Centre Routière's. And if you haven't got a toll box, well, you will need to pay with a card, and you'll need that ticket to go to the pay machine to pay for your parking. Now, my son will find this amusing. I have one fault with this parking, is that some of it isn't completely flat. Some of it is in a bit of an angle. So I always have to sort of pick my parking, because if there's one thing I can't do is park with my head downhill. So I just have to drive around a bit till I can find a parking space. Let me just see. No, this is too much of an angle here. I parked further round last time, I think. I know what you're thinking. There's all them spaces and she can't find somewhere to park. I can, but I'm just really fussy about my head downhill. And before anybody says it, putting my head up the wrong end of my bed is not an option, because I wake up and I'm completely confused about where I am and what I'm doing. So right, I have a plan. I'm going to go back round to almost the entrance. No, I'm going to go back around to where I parked last time, because it was all right last time. I'll just drive around again. just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Yes, that is the gate I came in on. So and I could have parked here in the first place, but decided I'm just going to swing it around here and park here. I would rather park in between two running fridges than have my head downhill, or park with my head the wrong end up. That just doesn't work either. Yep. This'll do. That's it. Park now. So if you haven't got a toll box and you need to pay, this is where you pay. You use that ticket that you got at the gate to pay here. There's the tariffs there. I hope you can see. But if you go onto their website, you can see all the tariffs, the new tariffs and everything there. I hope you can pause and see those. But as you can see, they don't take cash. So this is what they've got to offer. It's a little picnic area. There's two machines. The one on the right is coffee and chocolate and tea. One on the left is cold drinks and snacks. There is sinks with running water, obviously, and electric points. Don't quite know what you're going to plug in to 5 electric points, but just in case. And between those two machines there is a tap and a small hose pipe for filling up water containers. And these are the showers. As long as the green light's on, you can open the door. There are 2 of them, one this side and one the other. There's plenty of hot water and they're included in the price. Next door is a toilet, which again is mirrored on the other side. With the green light, you can open the door. How these locks work is you press the green button when you're inside and that goes red, and that means the door is locked. Now you'll see in the toilets and in the shower rooms these little things in the corners. These are little spray disinfectant, and the whole place gets disinfected after each person has used them. Back outside again by the picnic area, if you look over there, that green gate is what you use your ticket for to get out to go to the Centre Routiers. So the food in this Routiers is very good, and they do have additional showers, but you will need to pay for them. And obviously there's alcohol and whatever else you want from a Routiers. Not only is there secure parking on this estate and the Centre Routiers, but there is at least 3 major truck garages on this estate too. And I don't know if you noticed when I was coming in, the AS24 fuel station is directly outside the entrance. Steph, as well as a lot of other companies, have a big cold store on this industrial estate, so be aware that you may be parked next to or hear a running fridge through the night. Well, after having a shower last night and settling down, I had a great night's sleep. That's one thing about knowing that somebody somewhere is watching your lorry through the night. You can just get a great night's sleep. Now, I know that driver's got a wide load, but is there any need to park right at the exit? I know I'm fussy about parking, but all his space. I can't turn right there. There's a big piece of concrete on there. I'm going to have to do a left, turn round and come back. It's a piece of concrete that I'll show you when we go back round. It's a piece of concrete that you could drive over, but you really don't want to be driving over a curb because it just ruins your tyres. I just don't get why, with all his space, would you park there? See what I mean? Bit of concrete there. If I'd have gone round, tried to hook it round there, I'd have just drove over the corner. Dopey. Now, if you've paid by credit card and not by toll box, you'll need to do that before you get to this point. You'll need to go to that machine, put the card in, and then your credit card. And then when you get to this point, you will then put the card into the machine again, and that will register the payment. But if you're paying for the toll box, all you do is pull up like this and wait for the green light. You'll hear the toll box beep exactly as if you're going through a péage, and the light will come on when the gate's ready and open. So we'll just wait for the green light. There we are. And off we go. Now, I hope you find that informative, and maybe not as wildly as enjoyable and interesting as the others, but I'm hoping that somebody will pick up the idea that how simple it is to make security happen. I don't see why this system, yes, it's going to cost in the beginning to put the cameras up and to have somebody monitor the cameras, but as soon as anybody climbs over those fences, an alarm goes off and they'll pick it up. I'm told that the cameras are voice activated, so if you were walking through those lorries and something happened, you would only have to shout and the cameras would pick you up. Whether it would happen to you or whether you saw something happening to one of the vehicles, it would pick it up. I understand there's an outlay cost, but when you can have a little box in your window, say for the M6 toll or for the Dartford crossing, I don't see why that system couldn't be incorporated into a little box like that for the window. I mean, parking is a problem in the whole of the UK and Europe, and parking with security is again a big problem everywhere. But I think this is quite a good balance. It's simple for the drivers, simple for the company, and it is 100% secure. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, ring the little bell, give me a thumbs up, and I shall catch you next time.